Hello, 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 my water signs. This is for my Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces. I don't know my water signs. I almost forgot who you were, but not really. I know who you are. All right, so this is a collective water sign reading. Okay, oof, tongue twister. Cancer. If you have some Cancer in your chart, this message may be for you. Scorpio, if you have Scorpio in your chart, there may be a message here for you. And Pisces, the same. All right, so take the messages as they resonate. Collective energies. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this started. I feel like I'm all over the place. I kind of just hit play, didn't really prepare myself as I usually do, but it's okay because we here together, right? All right, all right, all right, my water signs. So, angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, thank you for being here with us today. Our higher selves are in alignment with the universe, and God is always and forever with us. So, what is the collective water sign energy? Creative energy, the nourishing energy, the energy that you feel, right? The energy that you remember. Ooh, it says Goddess of Creation. It's a powerful card, my water signs. Water creates a whole lot of things, so I get it, right? When you're in your mother's womb, there's water in that womb. There's water in everything, right? So this says transformation, creativity, and wholeness. So you are transforming, you are developing new skills, you are testing out your skills in different ways. This is what you need to be focused on here, all right? This is the type of energy that my water signs are in. And this card has a lot of green and blue, right? So it's like all that you water will grow, right? The green is the growth. The blue is the water that's nourishing that growth, right? And she's intertwined in all of that growth and all of that creation. So as you create something, it's also like causing you, it's like a chain reaction of effects that start to happen. You start to feel different, you start to think differently, you start to see differently, you start to act differently. Things just start to be differently. You feel more freer. And this also talks about like expansion, right? You expanding yourself past the area in which you have already grown, right? How much more can you grow? What else can you create? You're in a very heavy creation process right now. You're trying to make something happen. You're trying to create, or you're trying to meet some sort of goal that you set for yourself, right? And within that, it's creating abundance. It's creating lessons. It's creating new experiences, people for you to meet. Just I like that energy for you, flowing. And then I'm on this card is 7. So 7 is a godly number. I always say that. But 7 is about lessons, right? 7 is about the investments also that we make into things and the time that it takes for those investments to grow. So this goddess of creation, think about Mother Earth, right? Think about your mother, right? She had to take 9 months to create you. It's a creation process. And there's a wholeness here with both masculine and feminine energy, even though it says the goddess of creation. So this is the more feminine side of the creation productive side. This is the side that happens subconsciously and in the dark. And this is the side that happens underground, right? In the trenches. All right, I'm seeing like a lotus flower. And I think it is a lotus that grows in like mud, right? The lotus grows in very muddy conditions, or it can grow in very unfavorable, what we would think as unfavorable conditions, but this is not something that has broken you, right? I feel like it's helped you to explore new depths of yourself and your being and your talent and your skill, your capabilities. So, emotional withdrawal, all right? Sometimes we do create things that we got to release ourselves from, right? We create situations, we create, we create anything. We create friendships, but we may have to leave them behind, right? We can live in a world in which we grow that we then outgrow, right? So think about that, where you may have leveled up at one point, did everything you needed to do in that level up, and now it's time to withdraw from it, but it's not necessarily like I'm leaving because I'm mad. I'm not getting that. I'm just like I'm leaving, or I'm expanding myself, right? I'm doing more here. This is over and done with. This is reached the level that it's supposed to be at, right? So it's about continuing forward and moving on. Hello, hello. So this emotional withdrawal is the transformation energy here. And then the new beginning. This is where you get creative. This card here in this deck is like the Fool card, right? And it has the number 0 on it. All right, the Fool is 0. The Fool, this number 80 may be important to you. The number 8 or the number 80. But the new beginning is beautiful. You know, we always wanted that new beginning, that emotional withdrawal. When you empty out your vessels, you have the opportunity for the new beginning now, right? You have the opportunity to step out because your cup can be filled correctly. You're not holding space for things in your cup that don't need to be there, right? My water signs, like you have the power to create whatever you want. Your words and your emotions together create things. All right. So like if you're feeling anger and you speak on that anger that you're feeling, it's going to create something. It's going to spark something. So be very mindful of your emotions and then how you speak and act on those emotions. You have the patience and planning here. So the number 807 or 708 may be important to you. You have the number 7 twice. All right, so this is patience and planning is, I like that card because it talks about the long standing, like I said, the investments of things, right? So when you emotionally withdraw from something and you start this new beginning, it is kind of like starting from scratch in a way. All right, so this creation process starts from phase 1 all the way moving forward here. So there's a phase that's over. There's definitely a phase that's over, but this next phase that you're moving into, that you're flowing into, that you're creating, whatever it is, it's something that's going to take time. So it's like you'll be in this phase for a while, but the old phase is gone. The creation process is done, right? It's actually, yeah, the sacral chakra is at the bottom now. All right, for my water signs, let's see what's going on. What is this emotional withdrawal? The Fool is here again. All right, that one didn't want to flip over, so I'm not taking it. The High Priestess is here. All right, and that's all my water signs. All the water signs have that intuition with them, right? You have that High Priestess energy. You can sense things from a mile away, right? But the emotional withdrawal and the High Priestess, this is just saying you already know what you have to release. You already know what affects you negatively, what affects you positively, right? And it's you already know. The High Priestess is like, I already know what to stay away from, right? This is you staying away from things that don't serve you, that don't mean you any well, people, places, and things, habits, thoughts, and all of that. All right, you have it with the 3 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Fool. So there's something here. You need to just say yes to yourself. All right, allow yourself to do whatever it is that you are thinking about doing here, because there's something that you want to do. Maybe you're waiting for the right timing here, but there is no right timing. The new beginning happens when you say it happens. Okay, and just know that it'll take time to, again, build yourself. There's something about not rebuilding, but like moving forward and building. Not rebuilding, because it's like if you already built something up, you built the tower up, and that's that. You built up this thing, and that's that. Now what else do you build? Where else do you move to? You don't stay kind of stuck in the energy. This is telling you not to do that, at least. Don't stay stuck in the energy of like, well, I spent time with this thing, so I don't want to leave it. That makes no sense, because you're going to be missing out on other opportunities and blessings that could be coming your way. All right. And I feel like this is where you tell yourself, yes, it's time. Yes, I can do this. Yes, this is where I'm going, how I'm going to do it. This is the direction that I'm taking. All right. And I feel like this is through you having to go through the trials and tribulations of getting to know when the time is right, right? It's like, no, the time is never right, but it's like when you know when the time is right. So it's like getting used to that feeling and trusting that calling to say, yes, it's time to do something. Move on, move forward. It may be like a new contract or something. You have the Page of Cups. I feel like you're tired. Like the water sign energy here, my Cancers, my Scorpios, and my Pisces, you guys are tired of people with like this little puppy dog energy. The High Priestess is this high vibing energy. The Page of Cups comes to, it's like minuscule, right? It's like people that want to come with their small-minded ways of feeling and thinking, and it's like, well, everything's about me. And the high priestess is like, well, there's more out there, right? You know that there's a higher levels to everything, but I feel like dealing with people that are very superficial, right? These are like the people that this page of cups, it's not really giving me a good energy with the high priestess, right? It's somebody who doesn't trust their intuition, right? Somebody who's looking, who is really not looking at the reality of a situation, who doesn't know what's real versus what's fake, right? So be very mindful of that. Thinking things are too good to be true, or things that seem too good to be true, really paying attention to them. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. All right. You have the lovers, you have the nine of cups, and this magician here with this page of cups, right? You're breaking out of something. The magician card, it's like you're stacking up your I'm seeing somebody like packing up, and I don't know why I see that with these two cards, but it's like going towards something new and really trusting yourself. The magician doesn't play itself small unless it's afraid, right? Unless it's like, well, I'll just do this much. That's what I'm seeing with this. It's like not really jumping off of that cliff fully and wholly, right? Being cautious, right? And this is not asking you to be cautious right now. I don't see it at all. Because what is this nine of cups? She's look like she's jumping off of a cliff, right? She's jumping up for joy. So it's like, really don't keep yourself down. It's time for you to go outside. It's time for you to explore and get new insights for creativity. You may be in a space where it's the same thing over and over and you're not getting any new inspiration. Right? You have the same scenery, the same view. Everything is the same. Nothing has changed. Every day you go to the same places, and that does not give you something new. So this is when you take yourself out of that, right? You get a new route, a new routine, and you start to invest into that because it's giving you something more. So this is like a new direction being redirected in some sort of way from the mundane. Switching up your style just enough so that it keeps you moving and it doesn't keep you stagnant. Yeah, the Hierophant is here. So something about the tradition. Something is very traditional. High Priestess wants to see more, right? The High Priestess is like, I know there's more out there, but the Hierophant energy can be like, well, this is all that we have and we're going to work with what we have. But the High Priestess is like, no, I know there's more. I know there's something deeper. I know there's, another way or something like, to that effect. So the Hierophant is good, yes, but there's stairs behind that Hierophant, so there's a higher level to go to. There's more. But wait, there's more. I don't know, that's what I just heard. The King of Swords is here. He's at a very high level. He's sitting on top of a mountain. But I feel like people, water signs, if you have somebody that feels like they're too high up, they can't feel, they can't think, they can't be seen or something like that with this King of Swords. I don't know. This is like with the Hierophant and King of Swords is giving me like people you need clearance to speak to. Like this is high level people. Like they hold high status, right? Yeah, but there's some type of illusion. This just changed kind of a whole lot with the Hierophant and the King of Swords. This is about to change. This sense of power that was here with the Hierophant and this King of Swords, it's about to change. It's about to be over with this type of energy of this control, right? Somebody controlling how things are spoken or what is thought, group thinking and things like that. Like this is people breaking out and having individualized thinking with the Moon and the Ten of Swords, realizing the falsehoods behind things. This is the mask falling, the veil falling here. Right, you also breaking through something, unlocking some sort of code. Goddess of creation. Ooh, right, the goddess of creation can unlock a code to create something new. Right, so there's something about you creating something brand spanking new. You doing something, or like this old system that was in place, whatever it was doing to hinder you, now it won't, because the world is at the end. There's no more of it. It's finished. It's over with. It's done. New route, new direction. Rewind. All right. I'm hearing, it's like, I don't know if there's, dang, I don't even want to butcher it right now, but it's like a Jamaican or West Indian sound that they play on their music. And it says something like, you request, so I can't even say it. You request, so we rewind. So some type of request is coming in. It could be something, somebody asking you to do something, make it like something special for them. Like you may make something, or you may usually get something and you're asking for a particular unique blend. Rewind, remix. All right. Don't go backwards though. All right, let me get some cards here for my water signs. What do they need to know moving forward? The guilt. It says, I release any belief that no longer assists my soul's growth. So no guilt. Whatever you've created, if it didn't turn out well, so be it. It was practice. Don't feel guilty. You know, things may have happened with that, but it was all supposed to happen. That's how I chalk up things a lot of the time. I'm not going to sit here and hold on to that. It was just supposed to happen. And what I was supposed to learn from it was this, and what I was supposed to, look, empathy. It's like I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So the death here with guilt, excuse me, that's the 3 cards you got. You got guilt, death, and empathy. So you're releasing the energy of guilt, right? Letting it die out and being more open, being more understanding. The High Priestess is the empathy card, right? Understanding, seeing all sides of something, looking through the information and seeing more than what is being actually even presented to you, right? Because again, if you created something at one point in your life, you were maybe a part of something, you don't need to hold on to it if you don't want to, right? You can let it go. When it's over, it's over, right? The cycle, when it ends, it ends. And you see it for what it was, and then now you see how you're able to move forward, or you see where you need to maybe work on something more, right? That type of energy is coming. All right, what do we get for this guilt? For my water signs. The King of Wands and my God, my cards. the King of Wands and the 9 of Cups. That's a really good energy, but this is energy of like doing overly of something, doing something way too much, right? And you having maybe a regret or feeling guilty afterwards, right? Maybe you know, sometimes we don't realize that we're doing certain things until it's kind of too late, right? Until it's kind of brought to our attention. And you may feel guilty about it afterwards, like, dang, I didn't even realize I was doing that. I was overindulging maybe on somebody else's time, energy, or something like that. Or I didn't, maybe you realizing how something you were doing, some type of behavior you were displaying, was an overindulgence. That's what I'm seeing with that. That's where that guilt comes in, right? Because we can overindulge and feel guilty afterwards. Like if we drink too much, right? You get a hangover afterwards. You got to throw up, all of that. So it's like the afterthought. And look what you have here. So the Queen of Wands, and you have the Death card. You have to like go within yourself. The Queen of Cards and the Hermit. The Queen of Cards. The Queen of Wands and the Hermit with the Death card. So killing that ego. And really looking at yourself, right? Really going inwardly and seeing how maybe you were the one that was not the victim. What's the word? You were the one that was on the other side. I can't think of the word right now, but you were the antagonist in the situation, right? You were the one that maybe provoked the situation. And you are coming to that terms with that internal work that you do when you realize, you know what, it's not just this person that may have done something. This is what I have done. This is where I own up to my stuff. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so just remember that it's always internal. Where you may have overindulged on something, you got to go back and take a reflection moment and step inside of yourself and see how you're going to fix this, right? How you're going to work at it. That's that feminine energy too. The masculine energy is the action, right? It's output. It's overly done, taking advantage of a situation. And this inward energy of the Queen of Wands is internal. So now it's like you got to take advantage of what you have. Right? This is not asking for anything to give you what you may have been getting from the outside or from wherever the situation was before, where it was an overindulgence. Killing of the ego. Yeah, I didn't even see this card was here. The killing of the ego. Okay, the empathy card. I'm going to show you this real quick. So you have this Queen of Cups. I mean, the King of Cups is here. That's all of you guys. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, right? And I feel like you have some sort of idea. All right, with the pentacle here, it's like an idea, or you have some sort of understanding. You know what to do now, because this Five of Swords is, you see the two people in the background. That's the empathy. That's the two sides that you're looking back on and seeing, like, all right, this is how everything played out. This is how I did. This is what I could have did better. This is what they did. And, you know, hey, I see they got to work on it. It's just like looking at every single thing and killing their ego to say, well, it's not just them, right? It's sometimes it is you, right? And if it isn't you, then you realizing that, hey, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't me. I don't need to beat myself up. But it's like the new idea, the new understanding, the new seed that's being planted, right? The emotional intelligence that you're gaining here, to really do this, because it takes a big person to, you know, you have to be on the higher ground to look at this Five of Swords as like not the victim, not the player, not that, but like as you playing all parts. Do you understand me? So if you played every single part in the play, who is there to blame? Nobody, right? It's just all the parts are played. And that's that. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I see. All right. All right, let's get a few of these cards here. This is for my water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and my Scorpios. Now, these are random messages, so whatever comes out with them, they may be important to you. They may have some significance now or in the future. You have number 31. So 31 days, or you were born on the 31st, the 4 is also important there. You have the death and the rebirth, which came out here with the death card. So Scorpio's energy is very prevalent here about transformations, which this card says. The first word on this card says transformation, and that's all of what death is, a transformation. But you have the cocoon phase, so you're learning through something, you're growing, you're going through a transition. That's transformation, going from one to another, adjustments. You have cinnamon. So go ahead and drink something with cinnamon, burn some cinnamon, put some cinnamon, I don't know, in your wallet. Do all the things that you're supposed to do with cinnamon. It's going to be helpful for you at this time. So you have November. November is what, Scorpio? That energy is heavy in here. You have Sunday, 19, and you have the number 9. You also have the number 20. Right? Somebody is losing, right? Somebody's karma is no good. I don't know if that's you. I don't think so. And this is why I'm seeing the cinnamon. Somebody around you, maybe, you know, you need to protect your energy from them so that whatever's happening with them is not affecting you. So carrying cinnamon in your wallet and your, you know, on your person. I put cinnamon in my coffee almost every day. So it says full moon. And then it says, it's your choice. So you may be trying to decide between something and, you know, you may want some type of clarity, but it's really your choice about it. All right. Scorpio. I tell you, your energy is heavy in here. And it says, honor your ancestors. Number 31, November, the 9th, the 20th, the 29th. You may have relatives on these days. They may be born in November. They may not be. But they need your attention. They need your... They need you. You have the number 2 here. You have a lot of numbers. And then you have December. All right. Cancer is here at the bottom. So this is your message, guys. I love you. You have cold. You have love. You have work bestie. And you have vacation, local or foreign. Guys, I'll talk to you later. I love you. Deuces. Bye-bye.